Spectrum Paranormal Investigations have been on a quest for the last 26 years to find evidence of the afterlife.
And tonight, we're at a building dating back to the 1600s, the Hotel Cromwell in Highstreet, Stevenage.
This place is full of mysterious hauntings and tall tales, and we would like some answers, so please join us as we go
Beyond Explained. Okay, so me, I love Marvel movies, superhero movies. I could watch them all day, all night. Now, I know if I was a superhero, I know who I would be, but who would you be, Emily?
I would be Elastigirl from Incredibles, so that when you two start on each other, I can push you away.
What? Why?
Well, I can see obviously why. I can see why Emily would want to do that, because obviously we do have our differences in regards to the paranormal. But I think in the same essence, if she can push away, she can also bring together.
Yeah.
And I think she does a good job of, like, you know, keeping us all grounded and level-headed and stuff like that. I think obviously if I was a character, I would have to go for like Professor X from the X-Men, because, you know, he has the ability to be able to foresee events and be able to see things in his mind. And I think as a skeptic, you know, I would want to bypass all these experiments and just get to the real answers without having to do the groundwork at the same time, and just really want to know.
Yeah, and I'd be your nemesis. I would be Magneto.
Yes, I think that probably fits in quite well with our personalities.
I am at one with the environment, as you know. Whenever we've been on investigations, I sense things. I'm very sensitive, as well as like you being skeptical and you being superstitious. Basically, that's the three S's, isn't it?
You're sensitive.
I'm sensitive.
Superstitious.
You're superstitious, and you are a skeptic. Yeah.
Yes.
And we are here today at the Cromwell Hotel to investigate reports of paranormal activity. This was once the former home of John Thurloe, who was the spy master and secretary to Oliver Cromwell. I can only imagine that there are some remnants of entities remaining within this building.
So the history of Stevenage dates back over 1,000 years. It's mentioned in the Domesday Book in 1086, although at the time we think the village that was mentioned then was clustered up around the Church of St. Nicholas. And the buildings along the High Street are the oldest in the town. They date back to the medieval period, and a lot of them are coaching inns. You can see the fact that Stevenage was a stop on the Great North Road for the coaches. From the early 1700s, the High Street was the site of a big cattle market, and probably that cattle market was held on the site of the Cromwell Hotel. The building was actually built slightly later. Since then, what's the building been used for? It's been a private house, a farm. Eventually, in the late 1800s, it was known as Cromwell Lodge, and in 1925, the Cromwell Hotel opened, taking up most of that site. But alongside the Cromwell Hotel, from the 1930s through to the 1960s, number 27, the High Street, was the site of a mother and baby clinic, a school dentist, and upstairs there was a flat for the district nurse. There are some unproven claims that it dates back or at least parts of it do, to the early 1600s, but we don't have any proof of that, and certainly the middle part of the building dates back to the 18th century. The links to Cromwell come via John Thurloe, who was his chief spy master and Minister of State, and who is said to have owned the site at some point during the 1600s.
There's a report from a former manager who stayed in this room. Upon waking up, she see the figure of a tall woman standing right here.
I'm actually going to be investigating and sleeping in this room. Will anyone be watching me? I'd like some privacy, please.
I'm Dean Williams, and I'm sceptical, but open-minded. Tonight, I'll be putting myself into situations that some people may be daunted by. I have to do this to give myself the best opportunity to find hard evidence of the paranormal.
My name is Hazel Williams, and I am a sensitive. I'm tuned into the environment, and I can pick up and detect entities.
My name is Emily Mathers, and I am the superstitious one. Tonight I'm looking for connections between the spirit realm and science.
We are Spectrum
Paranormal
Investigations.
Hi, I'm Dean. I'm the General Manager at the Hotel Cromwell in Stevenage.
Hi, I'm Rich. I'm the Operations Manager at the Hotel Cromwell in Stevenage.
Working in this hotel it's a bit spooky at times, isn't it? It's a bit eerie, it's creaky floorboards. The history of the building going back to the days of Oliver Cromwell.
I always remember when a member of staff stayed over and she came down for work the next day and she was absolutely shattered. She hadn't really had any sleep, and we asked her what was going on. She told the story about how she woke up in the middle of the night, the room's cold, and this woman was just stood directly above her bed looking down. People don't make that sort of thing up, do they?
Not someone like Katrina, who's sort of quite well rounded, and and you'd think probably wouldn't believe in this kind of thing.
We've had guests check out. I remember one of our night porters telling us in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, someone checked out and said, "No, I can't stay here." So there's all sorts of stories.
Being the happy medium between Hazel and Dean, I thought it would only be right to take our mediums Alexandra and Kathy around the hotel for a walk around. Okay, would you like to follow me? We'll go down here, see if we can pick up on anything. I know the last couple of times I've been here, it's something about this area. Yeah. But
as the temperature dropped, as we walked along the corridor there, I could feel it was getting colder. And I feel quite breathless in this area. I don't know about you, Kathy?
Definitely, there's massive activity going on around here.
Yeah, that's like lots of people.
Yeah, lots of people.
Yeah,
I'm hearing
busy,
a crowd,
bustling.
and lots of laughter and talking, and it feels like there's too many people for the space almost.
Yeah, it does.
Feels like it's a large gathering. Yeah.
And it's, I want to go back. It's like those old-fashioned clothes, if you know what I mean, the big clothes and the hats.
I'm seeing sort of browns and blacks and...
But, like you say, lots of big smart
gowns.
gentlemen with the sticks.
Okay, like the
canes,
canes,
with
yeah.
the gold knob thing on the top. Yeah. Yeah, hats.
Do you know what else?
But it's
Smells.
a nice...
Stale.
Just as you said, smell, yes,
Like,
without
did
a shadow of
did
a
any
doubt.
of them wash?
There is
Probably not very
there's
often.
definitely a stale smell, and it is definitely heavy feel, but it's a nice feel. I'm happy being here.
It's joy. It's like a gathering, a joyous gathering.
Yeah,
It's not.
I could join in quite
malicious,
happily.
yeah.
No,
Not
I'm
at all.
hearing laughter and chatting.
And there's definitely no drinking going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
So he's
But it
warming
is
up
a
again
really
now.
nice feel.
It is really
You're
hot,
right,
isn't
it
it?
is
It is
that
really
warm,
hot.
I've always got to take
Yeah.
my cardio off now. It's like it's going the other
Really,
way.
really warm.
Yes.
I'm going to hold on. Sorry, I've got mine. It should give me a temperature of 22. Okay, we felt that the temperature was going up, and on the smart sensor you can see here it is going up roughly from 22 to 23. Whether it's because we're all stood together or but we do feel it getting quite a lot hotter. So it's interesting to see, and you can see that on the smart sensor as well. Okay, should we carry on walking down?
While Kathy and Alexandra are walking around the building using their sixth sense, I thought I'd better take a look around to get a better understanding of the location. So this is a meter. This is basically just measures the magnetic field and also the electromagnetic field. So we're going to walk through the building just to see if we get any fluctuations off any electrical wires that could have a big impact on people's emotions, feelings, you know, over a long period of time. High EMF fields can really be detrimental to the body. So we shouldn't really pick up too much. So really, the baseline is 0, 0, which is indicating there's no, you know, EMFs, no magnetic fields really. So anyone walking through here shouldn't really be disturbed by any environmental disturbances.
I think you feel me coming down like an old woman.
I can't. Me too. What the hell?
What?
Someone just knocked on the door.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
As we were walking up to the Naseby suite, we heard a squeal followed by 2 knocks behind the door. We'd like to replay this for you.
I can't. Me too. I know I was close, but I'd already just done that to look through the peephole, but it was a definite little... Can you knock on the door again, please? That was weird.
Wasn't the GoPro? Was it on the door?
No, because I went to peek through the thing. I mean,
No, you
maybe it
didn't
was
hit
me.
the door.
No, I don't think I did. I could have done, but I didn't feel like I did.
Mm.
It's annoying. I don't think I picked that up. I think I've just come out the last step.
Yeah.
Shame.
It could have been me because the floorboards are pretty, creaky. It could have
Yeah, but
sounded
not
like
like
a
a
knock
knock.
on the door.
I heard it. It did sound like a.
Oh, did you hear it?
Mm.
Did you hear it as well?
Yeah, I
Oh,
did
okay.
hear I think that's the only
That's
thing I've
always
heard
good.
today, but yeah.
Let's see the floor does.
No, it couldn't have been the floor.
It could have been the floor.
It didn't have like a rattly type of
It was just
squeak. It was a proper knock.
Yeah, it did sound like a little.
Have you both heard it?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I feel really down here.
Yeah, I don't like it particularly. It's him that I don't like.
Mm.
He's not nice.
Mm.
And I see him with one of my canes again. But do you know what? It's not...
Oh, I just saw him hit someone with the cane.
Oh, really?
Mm.
But it's quite a posh cane. And I think he's got children as well.
I get the name John as well,
And
or
I
Jonathan.
don't think he's nice to the children.
Okay. John or Jonathan. He's quite strong.
And I know you're sitting, and I know you said about there, but I think he used to sit there smoking. Spoke quite gruff as well. Gruff. That makes
I've just
sense.
got to add, I'm getting on the lungs now as well. It's like a, I don't know, cancer or my lungs hurt. There's something happening with the lungs, so
As soon as you said the lungs thing, it's
my
like
lungs were burning like an asthma or something.
it's like I
that
could
there.
see him sitting there. It's almost
I'm
like
short of
taking his
breath now.
medication or something. Yeah.
It's like I wheeze and I can't get my breath.
You okay?
So let's take a look into room 112. So as I'm coming in, I can feel a dip right here. It goes right from that point all the way here. So I'm actually bowed in the centre of the bow. The room goes like this to the floor. It's a bit off balance. That may cause a bit of vertigo, lightheadedness. So I will take a look around the room. I'll walk around, see if I can feel any disturbances naturally. So there's a slight increase of where the TV is, but nothing that I feel will be detrimental to anyone's health or to heighten any senses of, paranormal phenomena. I think that it's 0 to 1, so there's not going to be any interference there. there is a note that the noise levels are quite high here because it is on the main high street, so that could cause, you know, some noise disturbances to the guest. Whether it, you know, has an effect on their sleep if it's quite a busy road and they're not getting a good level of sleep. It could be disturbing them throughout the night, which may cause them to be a bit restless, sleepless, and may get them to see visions, or maybe just make their vision a bit blurred. Let's have a look and see if there's any indications on the bed. I know that there was a story about a lady being seen just here.
I'm seeing a woman with hair up in a bun. I feel like her face is quite weathered.
Do you see them doing any particular kind of activity?
Do you know what I feel like? This little, I feel she's an old lady, right? And I feel she comes across as all sweet and lovely to the outside world, but I feel she's quite a witchy person. I feel she's quite horrible.
Do you pick up on any smells? This is one thing in particular that I really picked up on the minute I walked through the door.
It's kind of musty. I get a musty smell.
Well, I'll be honest, when I first came in here, I smelled TCP. And instantly...
Oh, it is a TCP
Yeah.
smell. I felt she did something, but what she does, doesn't help people. She pretends it helps people. Does that make, that's what I was picking up from her, that she does things almost to look like she's helping people, but she's getting the money.
Pretenses.
Yeah, and it's a load of toot.
Munchausen by proxy, I think they call it today.
No, it's almost like she's, it's a money-making scheme. It's what we'd call a scammer today, without a shadow of a doubt with her. She's almost concocting, you saying that, it's prompted me to see it, if that makes sense.
No. I mean, what are you seeing?
I'm literally like, let's say she's making up something and tells someone, take this. This will cure your heart problem. Take this will be good for your blood pressure. Take this. And she's getting all this money, and it's almost like she's so lovely outside to everybody, but she comes up and she's like, all this money. I honestly feel there's something so two-faced about this woman, and she's greedy.
Okay, so I just noticed, I heard actually a vibration in my ear, and it's off. So I was just about to say that I heard the vibration of the cameraman's phone going off due to a text message, and we have to say for the camera that phones do kick off magnetic fields and electricity, but that, sorry for the pun, is beyond explained, because essentially we have to rule out everything.
You should say we actually cut. I'll turn my phone off and then we've come back and it's doing it again.
So we've noticed that, you know, the cameraman was getting some text messages. We've put our phones on airplane mode to eradicate that. So that should not be happening now due to a mobile device. So I'm in the middle of the room and the batteries are fine, all on high level, no worries there, but we seem to be getting a high EMF field in this area. Now, there have been reports from a previous guest at the hotel. She see a figure of a tall lady standing here and there. So there is activity around the bed. I can't really put my finger on it, but in this particular area, again, I am just trying to rule out everything. So no, there's nothing that's showing on this meter. Try that one more time. There's something that's causing an electromagnetic field around this bed. It should be instantaneous. It's in the same spot. Keeps happening.
I don't like this room.
It's cold
this
over
area
here.
in particular.
Oh, you wouldn't like it over here, so I tell you now, someone's hung themselves in there. Without a shadow of a doubt. There's been a hanging.
Okay.
Sleep well tonight, love.
Thank you. How do you pick anything up in this?
Come and try this corner,
Yeah.
Kathy, because I'm feeling very cold in this corner. I know there's a window here, but just in this corner
yeah.
here.
Really
it's
cold.
I was just, as soon as I came in the room, I was drawn over to
I'll
this
tell you
corner.
why, because there's a gentleman sat on that chair with a cigar. It's really cold. You go on this chair, it's really cold.
I can just feel it standing in this corner. In fact, as I say, as I walked in, I was drawn to come straight over here, to be honest. I'm not sure what it is about it. It just feels like a dark corner.
Someone's occupying this space.
Without a doubt, and I don't
Or
think
there's been a bad event in
he's
this
not a
corner,
particularly
to be
nice
honest.
man, and I think he's got something to do with the hanging. I swear there's been a hanging.
Before we sort of earlier on when I was using the ladies, I know it sounds silly, but I knew someone had hanged themselves in the building.
Oh.
But I wasn't aware of where or when. I was hoping it would come out in the room. But there's something has happened in the corner here, and it's still got a dark energy kind of to it. Is what I feel is a memory over here.
Okay.
Do you sense anything here out of interest, Emily?
Not particularly. More there but instantly when I first came in, the first time I came to the hotel, it was that area by the bathroom that I really didn't like. It gave me chills, and
Can we go and have a look? I
wasn't comfortable at all. But I don't feel as bad.
It's definitely a gentleman
Here.
sitting there, and he's not. I feel he's got something to do with that, and there's a lady over here as well who's connected to him. And the hanging.
There's definitely been two people.
I think there's a man, an older gentleman and lady, and I think the person that was hung, I want to say, was female, and I don't think they were particularly old.
Okay.
I do feel quite nauseous stood in this space, to be honest. Have you stood here?
Yeah, I went in there. It's not a nice feel.
Yeah, I do feel quite nauseous, and I almost feel a bit fearful as I come in here.
Yeah.
I'm something very uneasy in this area.
So, Kat, can you tell us a little bit more about your experience in the room here? What actually happened? Do you mind giving us a run through of your experience?
So, I was staying overnight here, and more or less as soon as I walked in the room, I felt really uncomfortable, but I wasn't sure why. And then it took me a long time to go to sleep, and when I eventually did, I woke up. I don't know how long I'd been asleep, but I woke up and I was convinced that I had a really tall woman in a long black dress standing over my bed, and she was on this side of the bed, and she was more or less leaning over me, and I was so convinced that she was there, I had to shout out hello to see if someone was going to answer me.
Yeah. Do you mind me asking you, like, a personal question? Was you intoxicated on the night? No, because we have to ask that question just to rule out any, influences, whether it be through alcohol, drugs, or any medication that you might have been taking.
Yeah, no, I'd taken nothing. I'd done nothing.
No, that's fine. I mean, that gives us a little bit more validation.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was, obviously earlier in the day, I walked around the building to try and do some baseline readings of the room, and obviously the room is a bit slanted, so I think that would have caused issues with maybe a bit of vertigo and lightheadedness, but that was not what I experienced in this room. Now, myself and the cameraman only know what happened in the room, and I'll explain this to you because I wanted to get this on film so that we could have a genuine reaction, because you don't know this.
No.
But I have a meter here, an EMF meter. Now, I had no idea where you had seen the spirit of the lady. Now, when we did the first thing, filming here, I thought it would be somewhere in that location, but you're saying it was around here.
Yeah.
Now, earlier on in the night, I was doing a sweep of the room, and it was 0 across the board on my meter.
0 milligauss.
0 milligauss, both on the magnetic field and the electric field. Did a sweep, got a bit of interference from the phone, obviously because it's plugged in. Got round to here, and was talking about the background noise in the road and the noise disturbances. Have we got to this point here? And this is when the meter went up to 200, 300 volts. So there was a spike directly in this location.
Of electric field.
Of electric field. Something interfered with my meter. Now, that's why I wanted you up here to tell me where you had seen the figure, because that ties in exactly with where you said that you see the figure.
It probably was drawn to you as a person for a reason, and don't be frightened.
I feel a bit frightened.
No, but the thing is this,
Yeah.
I mean, the entity would, obviously recognise you, or may just needed the attention of you that particular night. I mean,
I've had many bad dreams in my life, and this was
real.
so much worse than, yeah.
So it's just the actual figure of a woman in a period dress, just
A long black dress is all I can...
standing here.
By the side of the bed.
Right here. For me, as a skeptic, it kind of validates your experience in a sense.
And also for me as a sensitive.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully we'll try and replicate that and try and do a little Q&A to see if we have any...
Yeah, we'll try and call out.
Yeah, and see if we get any responses.
We've got Kat's story now. So now I would like to invite Spirit into the room. I call upon the world of Spirit. If you can hear my voice, I invite you into the room with us now. Come and join us this evening. We mean you no harm. We just wish to communicate with you. My name is Hazel. Next to me is Kat, and next to Kat is Dean. Now we're going to ask you if you can move towards me, and on the bed you'll see a device which I'm going to point to just here, and if you move towards me then the device will go off. I believe it will make a sound to validate your entrance into the world. Now, I understand that you may haunt the room as you appeared to this young lady standing next to me, and you gave her quite a scare. If you can hear my voice, can you please knock once on the wall? Okay, so can you just check over by the lights to see whether that spikes?
Yeah, I mean, I checked earlier on, but I'll just validate it again.
Yeah, could you do that for me, please?
Double check. So there's a bit of a spike here, but it goes to around 37.
Okay, so nothing significant.
Nothing, it's not even beeping. So
yeah, that's fine.
No, so obviously it was only here, and as you draw back.
Well, so that's our focal point right now. I feel there's something touching the back of my head. I don't know why. It's not irritated me at all, but I feel like something's tickling in the back of my head. Could be psychosomatic. Could be
maybe,
something like it happened.
I don't know if you'd feel comfortable talking. Calling out. Would you be okay with that?
What would I say?
Well, you just say, spirit that came to visit me, can you please make your presence known.
Okay.
You can even hold the meter if you want, Kat.
Yeah, hold the meter.
Shall I?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, hold the meter.
Zero it and then, okay.
Okay. So the spirit that came to visit me, can you please reveal yourself?
If you're here, you can hear my voice, please come forward. We mean you no harm. We just want to know that you're here. And what we experienced earlier really was you. Lady on my right, she's holding a device. If you walk towards her, you'll make the device go off. So can you replicate what you did earlier on? If you are here, can you make the meter go off? Just walk towards her. Walk towards her. Carry on. Carry on walking towards her. It spiked just a little bit.
It did.
Not to go off, but it did spike. Carry on. Use the energy.
It's going up. What's interesting is that's the electric field that's going off, not the magnetic.
Yeah, so it's not a phone. There was a slight jump to show that there was a little bit of an
Well,
interaction.
Kat can validate that,
Yeah.
can't you?
Yeah. So I would say, from a sceptical point of view, let's say, or Dean the Mean, as they would like to call me, I think I've seen enough here just to sort of say, you know, there isn't too much happening in the room. The temperature seems to be okay, not feeling any cold spots and stuff like that. So the atmosphere seems okay. That may change at night, maybe when the lights are off. So while the team were investigating the other part of the building, I thought I'd come down to the oldest cellar in the location, which I've been told by the management that no one's actually been down for many, many years. So I'm looking forward to going down there and putting myself in this situation to hopefully get some paranormal activity. So I'm going to go down there now, and the team are going to close up the cellar door behind me, and hopefully I'll come back out again. Okay. So as you can see, I'm down here at the moment. It's not too big, it's quite a small room. So anyone with sort of claustrophobia or someone afraid of spiders wouldn't do too well down here, but you know, we have to do this in our jobs to try and validate people's experiences. So this definitely ain't for the faint-hearted though, being locked under here. So if there are any spirits here with me down in this part of the building, can you please make your presence known? If you're down here, can you knock twice for yes? Are there any spirits down here with me? If so, can you please make your presence felt? So as you can see, I can see the meter. So I have put it on this canister, and I'm gonna ask out. As you can see, it's currently on 00. So I'm going to ask out just to see if there is any interaction.
With when we work on the broad spectrum, right, we use talcum powder. Like I said, that eliminates the want to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the sweaty hands, right? So therefore, I'm going to tell. Can you tuck this gentleman up?
Do I talk everyone?
Yeah, just give it.
Multi-talking?
That's a tiny little bit of talc. That's enough. That's enough, Em. Not too much. Right over the ball.
Smells very nice.
Oh God, that's it. Thank you. We're all gonna basically join hands, okay, just to build up the energy. And what I want you to do is to make sure your feet are firmly grounded on the floor. I call upon the world of spirit. I'm asking that you guide over us this evening as we join together to make communications with the realm of the spirit world. We ask for your protection and for your loving light to shine over us, and that all evil spirits be banished from this room. As we ground our feet to the floor, through to the earth, and through to the earth's core. Can you please repeat after me? Please protect us from the forces of evil during this session.
Please protect us from the forces of evil during this session.
Let there be nothing but light surrounding this board and its participants.
Let there be nothing but light surrounding this board and its participants.
And let us only communicate with the powers and entities of the light.
And let us only communicate with the powers and entities of the light.
Protect us, protect this building.
Protect us, protect this building.
Protect the people in this building.
Protect the people in this building.
And let there only be nothing but the light of love.
And let there only be nothing but the light of love.
Amen.
Amen.
I can feel it vibrating.
It's just moves slightly. The energy's building up.
I can actually feel something very, very, very
quite powerful.
Yeah, quite powerful, and it is actually vibrating and resonating. So, I call upon the world of spirit. Can you please move the planchette and connect with our life force energy to make this happen so we can communicate with you?
They're watching, they're looking at us. And it feels like when it moves, it's going to move suddenly. Did you hear that?
I heard a moan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. John, are you there?
It's gone really cold now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Really, really cold.
Oh yeah, there it is now. It's going icicles now. Can you feel that?
Super cold.
When it moves, it's going to move suddenly. That's what I feel.
I mean, looking at all of you, your body temperatures are all virtually the same.
I haven't experienced anything down here, to be honest with you. I've been down here now probably around half an hour, 40 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it up down here. There's been no interaction or no contact made as far as I'm aware. I don't know how the rest of the team are getting on, but I'm probably going to make my way up there now just to see how they're getting on in the other basements with the Ouija board and the other session. It's a bit disappointing, really. I had high hopes, but like I say, we don't bring the spirits with us, and if things are going to happen, they will happen genuinely. We're not going to fabricate anything. Yes, it is frustrating, but it's just all part and parcel of what we do.
While I was down in the cellar, I caught some footage on my body cam. It appears to be some form of light anomaly, otherwise known as an orb. In my experience, this is probably an insect or dust.
I'll tell you what we do. I'll put on something very calming.
Oh, there we go. A bit of movement. Oh.
Yeah, it just went to my right.
Yeah.
We've often found that when we've had this pulsating, vibrating experience, and it takes a bit of time, but it does actually start to move.
Wow, look at that.
The K2's going off
That
at
just
the
went
moment.
wild.
So,
Did it?
well, let me just ask the question. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Are there any?
Can anyone else feel the breeze around our fingers?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
That was a very loud.
That was.
That might be.
My hairs are right static.
Oh, it's
look,
really cold.
Look at my left arm by my watch.
The reason why I've got a nylon board is because of to prevent the pushing and the to and fro in. But I can feel that going now.
It's me taking my shoes off.
She's taking her shoes
to
off.
put my feet on the ground.
You're not pushing it. So
No, I'm not pushing
that
it.
is being. As the energy was quite flat in the room, one of the mediums suggested that I play some rock and roll music to ramp it up a bit. Just trying to mix it up with. Oh, I know. I've got funeral parlour songs.
That's a good funeral.
That's ironic.
Oh. Like you're moving in a circle. Come on, spirits. That's it. Go on, move your bum check. Move your bum check. Keep
Beginning
moving,
to
keep
Miracle
moving.
World in London.
Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep moving. K2's going. Come on. We've got loads of energy in here. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It's very slow. Come on, keep going, keep going. Move the planchette.
I thought it was going to
Spell your
suddenly
name.
take off.
Spell your name. That's it. Keep going, keep going.
Go on.
Keep moving, keep moving.
You're getting there.
Go on, that's
This
it.
is better
Go on,
music,
go on, go
honey.
on.
Are you enjoying this music? Is this better for you?
I can't see the lights now. Your arms in the way. Oh, it's better.
Go on, keep moving, keep moving. You're doing well.
You're doing great. You like that
That's
music
it. Go,
better.
go, 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 go. That's
You're
it,
doing
that's it.
great.
Go on, go on, go on.
Getting some movement now.
You've got brighter or dimmer.
What one?
That light over there.
Go on, keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going,
It's
keep
sliding
going.
now.
Come on, don't give up now. That's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go on, go on, go on.
If you spell your name, we'll stop singing, I promise.
They like the energy. They like the
It's all
energy.
energy.
Go on,
That's it.
that's
Good
a
energy.
great news.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
You're doing brilliant.
You are doing really well. Just a bit more energy, a bit more, just a bit
That's
more.
it.
Go, 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 go.
Keep away from a
No, it's
Come on, come on.
moving away from the J, I think.
I'm not sure it is a J.
I think the
That's
J's
it. Keep going,
there.
keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it. Go on, go on.
Yeah.
Well done.
Done. Yeah.
What number are we going to?
Yeah.
Come on,
Come
keep
on.
going,
Yeah,
keep
you're
going,
doing
keep
great.
Move it more.
Woo. Come on.
That was the longest
You
nab
are
initial.
doing brilliant.
Keep
Now
going,
it's-
keep going.
Now we're rocking. Keep going.
Come on.
Where are we going next?
What is that letter?
Was that meant to be M?
I know.
Oh no, HIJKLM, yeah.
Did we stop on M then?
KM.
Or did you just go past M?
A KM, your initials.
Will, what's Lady Boucher's first name? Is it Mary Boucher?
I just got a really weird smell when you said her name. No one else
Is
get
it
a weird smell?
Is this Mrs. Boucher?
Your breath.
It might be.
I'm joking.
It could be.
The K2.
We're in a tight area.
I really was
Come on,
joking.
come on. Keep moving.
No,
She's giving me it again.
Just wait and see.
When you said
Is this Mrs. Boucher? Is it Mrs. Boucher here?
it's a, it's I don't know. Not particularly nice smell.
There was a Mary Bougier.
Yeah, Mary.
And her father was called John Bougier, and there was something to do with a hanging in Grimston, Yorkshire.
Oh, in Yorkshire.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That bang, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be Dean coming up from the cellar.
Again.
In the name of the Father and the Son of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so I'll turn the planchette over. I'm going to give you that. You take that away from the board.
Thank you.
We decided to end the investigation in the Naseby suite, and what follows just happened to be the most eventful part of the evening.
Did that just say my name?
Yeah, I heard it. It said Will.
It said Will.
I didn't hear Will.
I think you should hold a cake
What
too.
we're doing. I'm going to explain what we're doing. Okay, so obviously you can hear the metronome in the background. Now the metronome, obviously at the moment is set to, am I right, at 60?
Yeah.
Dean? So it should be going 1, 2, 3, 4, so every per second, okay? So you've got that. Now, what we're hoping to do is we're actually hoping to get that to either physically stop, okay? So while we're doing the call outs and asking for spirit to interact with us, we want to see a reaction. So we will be asking for the metronome to be forcibly stopped, and also this plasma ball has been set. That went off. To sound only, so it should respond to.
Is it the plasma ball that's
I
making
don't know.
it go
Bring
off?
that over here, Dean. No, it's not. At the same time, we're going to be scanning the AM frequencies, and we're going to be doing a calling out session. We're sweeping at 250 milliseconds. Now, what that is, it's basically sweeping in packages. So you have, so every second, you should have 8 radio stations at least in each sweep. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Hazel Williams. Okay, now we are here this evening to try and communicate with you, Spirit. And the only way we can do this and have any validation of your presence is if you can communicate back with us. So I'm gonna get you to say my name and repeat my name if you can hear my voice. So repeat after me. Can you say the name Hazel? Can you please say my name Hazel?
It sounded like it, not very clearly, but just this is. My name is Will. If you can say my name. Okay, my name is Will.
My name is James. If you can hear me, please repeat my name. My name is James. Repeat James.
Will.
If you can hear me, please repeat my name, James.
If you can hear me, my name is Harry. If you can hear me, my name is Harry. Please repeat it to me.
Hello, Spirit. If you can hear my name is Emily. Can you repeat that back to me, please? Can you say the name Emily?
If you can hear my voice, my name is Dean. Can you please repeat my name, Dean?
I'm going to ask you to do a couple of tasks. One of them is to make the lights go off on the plasma ball which is inside the glass dome on the bed. And the way to do this is through sound frequency. Okay? So if I clap, okay, spirit, can you do that? Can you make the plasma ball go off?
Emily, I don't know about you, whether you knew of anything the mediums said when they were in this room.
They were picking up on somebody that they think had passed away in this room.
What was it about a hanging?
The hanging was down in room 112.
112.
In the bathroom.
In this room, it was a man with a cane, wasn't it?
It was the man with the cane, and she was picking up on two things. There was something to do with a woman who was really depressed, and I don't think she was having a good time with her husband, and she was picking up some feelings of depression. The name John was brought up, and I think Stevenson as well. I think.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Jekyll and Hyde. The personality of the man was a little, Jekyll and Hyde sort of personality.
John Thurloe. John Thurloe. I'm calling upon the spirit energy of John Thurloe. Now, can you hear that tick-tock in the background? If you can, I'm going to ask you, can you forcibly stop the metronome in the background? Now I'm going to scan the FM frequency and we're going to try the same experiment. I need you to say Hazel.
Spirit, I am Will. I'm talking to you now and inviting you to speak my name. My name is Will. Please repeat my name, Will.
That's a 1,335.
What? What hurts?
Yeah.
Spirit, can you please try to speak through the communication device that is before you, or touch the ball that you see? Can you speak my name?
Spirit, my name is James. Can you say my name, James?
Has the metronome slowed down? It's slowing.
It stopped.
It stopped. It stopped.
Oh my god, it stopped.
Oh wow.
Hey, the power over here is 1,090.
Really?
And
hold on.
It's just stopped.
No, I know that stopped, but
Is it timed out with the...
right.
Okay.
I don't know. You can give it a knock.
Yeah. Shall we try and wind it up again and then see if we can get...
Why am I getting this reading over here though? Like, that is beyond...
It was doing that when it first started as well.
Oh, this has gone up. This is going up. There's a light flashing on and off. Can you flash the light some more? Play with the lights. Show us that you're here. Come a little bit closer. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Come closer. Come closer. Play with those lights. Those lights tell us that you're in the room with us. Make those lights as bright as you can make them.
Are you right, Em?
No, I'm really not. I just saw someone peeling around the corner from the bathroom. It really made me jump.
What?
Emily began to feel very uncomfortable after witnessing an ominous presence peering from the doorway. And what happened next took me and the cameraman by surprise.
It's only that area, H. That one's...
But look, I've got this going off as well. This is...
I've only sitting over there.
It's flickering on and off.
Yeah, I was only sitting over there about a minute ago.
Yeah, you was only
If
sitting
you
over
can
there.
light
I
three
literally
lights
see someone just...
for yes, One like. Did you hear that noise?
That was me
that
just
you?
going, oh, like that.
No, but I heard a cough before that.
No.
Was that you?
No.
I heard a cough
was
from
a
there.
low
I heard a growl.
I heard a growl as well. I'm not. And a bang. I just heard a bang.
Oh god. I think yeah. I heard a cough.
I
three
literally
lights
see someone just.
for yes. One light. Did you hear that noise?
What the hell? No, look at that TV. It's
TV.
flashing. Saying record.
Record. We are recording, Spirit.
Right. This is
What is this, H?
weird.
Is that what's happening here? Is that like?
I heard something just over there, like someone coming through the doorway.
I saw someone peering through the bathroom and.
Look, when I moved to here, are you on the bed? Is that where you are? Are you? You're moving. I think.
Did you hear it said the bed? It went the bed.
Show us that you're here so that other people will believe. What is your name?
Did that just say people?
He definitely said something, but I didn't catch what
It
he
just
said.
sounded like people.
Find
So,
evidence.
God, let's
Find
He just said
evidence.
find evidence.
Right, yeah, I heard that. Find evidence.
Changing the light all infrared.
Has been stopped.
But
It's going up. It's going up and down. It's going from bright
But
to
you can
not. I
see
don't know
the-
if he's doing something.
You can
to
see
it.
the field is now 15.
If there's a child here, if you'd like to play with the bear, hug the bear.
Yeah, so we can see the lights changing on the bed, yeah?
Yeah. So just
Right,
feel
it's
the
sensory-
bear.
sensory bear.
We're looking for proof so that we can show everybody else that you are really here and that you haven't gone away.
Have a listen to this EVP. Is this the voice of a disembodied spirit answering Will's question?
So we can see the lights changing on the bed,
Yeah. So just
Right,
feel
it's a
the bear.
sensory bear.
We're looking for proof so that we can show everybody else that you are really here and that you haven't gone away. Wow, okay. Should we check the bathroom? Is there
Yeah,
anything
it's
we
in
can
the bathroom.
do
I'm telling you now, that's
in
what I
the
just seen.
bathroom?
Something like that here around.
I tell you, that's been a bit of a night, hasn't it, really? So, you know, me, myself personally, I'm a little bit exhausted. We've found a few things out tonight been quite interesting. Dean with Kat in
Yeah,
the
the walk
room,
around
you
was
know,
very
that
good,
was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed meeting her and having that experience
Yeah.
where, you know, and what she picked up on in the room. You gathered some evidence.
Yeah.
Emily, you had your walk around with the girls. And you know, a few things were brought up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you want to summarise anything
Well,
up,
we
you
had
guys.
incidents where we could smell an aftershave, and we actually smelt everyone's aftershave because we thought it might be someone who was walking past us that, you know, we caught waft of their aftershave, but it wasn't. And we retraced our steps, and we smelt the same smell in the same place, but we kept smelling it in random places around the hotel. So if it was something following us,
You do pick up on these senses.
sense.
People smell tobacco. They smell
Perfumes and stuff like that.
perfumes and things like that.
It's been pretty quiet on my part, really, on my behalf. I went down to the cellar, nothing really much happened apart from getting cobwebs in the back of the neck.
Yes.
And not being let out of the cellar. I think they might have done that on purpose, to be honest, yeah. But no, I think it was
We
quite...
heard the screams.
Well, yeah, I got the nail in the head. But no, it was quite a cool evening, really. Good location. Plenty to cover, but no, it was quite quiet.
Oh, there's a lot of ground to
It was
cover.
quite quiet on my part, but yeah, it's quite eventful in here. Though I suppose this is probably the best part of the night, and obviously, yeah, with Kat downstairs in 112, validating her experience was quite good. So yeah, altogether satisfied.
I suppose really there's only one thing left to say, and that is it's lights out.
really did feel like I felt someone sitting at the end of my bed last night. Being really tired last night made things a lot more intense, but all in all, it's a great place to stay.
If you enjoyed this evening's show and you yourself have had any paranormal experiences, then please contact us
on www.spectrumparanormal.co.uk.